Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you. Or good afternoon. Or good evening. Oh, I'm out of focus. Hi, buddy. Depending on what time it is for you where you are. Where are we here? We're right around there. Hi. Hello. Quick tiki cuddle. Hi, buddy. He was standing on the bathroom counter with me while I was slapping on makeup. And he was getting into everything because this is what you do. And I said, when I'm done here, I'm going to kidnap you. And we're just going to go start this show together. And I did. And he seems largely on board with it. Careful, buddy. I did his nails this morning, so he's been partially disarmed, but those teeth are still sharp. Okay, let's get booted up here. We got sound good, we got video good. That's basically all you need for this shebang. Yesterday, I was killing rares in pursuit of mounts, and today, I'm going to be killing rares in pursuit of mounts. There's 8 mounts to get. I have got one of them, which I think was exceedingly lucky to get on my first day of actually trying. What do you want? He was going nuts this morning because he wanted to bat around the straw. I have a metal straw in my coffee in the morning, and he really wanted it. Hi. Hi, aren't you just so handsome? Doesn't he have the prettiest eyes? Let's just appreciate. Oh, hang on. We're gonna appreciate the wrong end of him. Tiki, I wanted to show off how handsome. No? Anyway, well. Which one did you get? I got the Augmented Storm Ray, which I believe is still... No, I'm on the wrong one. I think the Augmented one is the one that dropped. Let's get locked in and have a look at this. Augmented Storm Ray. Yeah, that's the one we got. That's the one we got, and that's the one I want to ride around. I don't know why I got the wrong one on my bar. That won't do. We got 3 characters. We got lots of rares. I have no further need to do Decor Duel. The only other, chore that I would really see myself doing that maybe I'll just... Oh, I'm throwing lip balm. Maybe I'll start with is I want to do Soltheral Soiree this weekend. So I think I might just go do that right now because I haven't done it yet. It doesn't take very long. I still need rep with the sub-factions, and they have nice decor. So why don't we just go crank that out, and then we're just going to settle right into rare farming. As many rares as we can farm. I feel like it needs to reset because it should be a daily kill. I killed all these rares yesterday, so bring them back. Where's all the icons in my map? What happened? Can't believe how fast he's growing. Swear he's bigger. Oh, for sure, yeah. I was looking at him this morning and I was thinking, when I brought you home, you were like a third of this size. Both of them are growing like weeds. It's just that age, I guess, for cats where they just they seem to grow up very quickly. Like, they're born, they kind of potato around for 2 weeks, and then they're just like, all right, well, it's time to become a cat. And then they just kind of, whoop, very, very fast. So let's do this, and then I'll kind of get to the bottom. Maybe I need to turn my rare scanner off and back on again. Got a Paragon Cache. Ooh, 1,500 moral luck, like that. Ooh, that's a nice, that's nice. I might think about grinding those. That's the juiciest marl drop I've seen in my life yet. I'm not mad at that. Alright, so we're gonna do whichever faction. I'm finished with these guys. These 2 we're still working on. I don't think it realistically matters which one we pick. This one has a debuff to the rep that I've already finished, so I think we're gonna do that. And then we can just kind of maybe dunk tokens into Blood Knights because I'm so far behind on them. Nice. Yeah. Looks like I'm 50% done here. Let's just get... These are also nice dailies, and we can probably do rares at the same time in this zone. That sounds like a perfectly nice thing to do on a Saturday morning. How's everybody's weekend doing so far? Everyone off to nice, good, relaxing start? Some of you are probably halfway through Saturday by now. I'm in the behind time zone. It's only morning, well, for me and my fellow West Coasties. Twilight Intruders. Tideborn Doubloons, sure, yep. And then we get the actual weekly. Hopefully we can get it done without a ton of drama. That would be great. Pick up the weekly. And then I guess I have a token for them too. I don't know. Peppers. Yeah, 1 out of 8's good. I wonder how fast they're going to come on average. If they'll come in fits and starts and then the last 1 or 2 are going to be awful, or if they're going to come pretty evenly. There's only one way to find out. Oh, it looks like my icons are back. It just needed to think about its life. Consider what it's done, kind of thing. Happy. I was looking a little bit. Oh, you know what I did off stream? I meant to do this yesterday on the stream. I looked at the June trading post. I had said I was going to do it like 4 times on stream yesterday, and then I forgot every single time. I got distracted by something or another. I did look at it off stream. We can look at it again. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, we can certainly pull it up. I guess I should do it just for posterity. June trading post. It does look to me like a saving kind of month. Here we go. We have the post here. Midsummer Stroll. So this mount right here is going to be the Fill the Bar mount. It's like a blue sun rock. It's fine. It's nice. I'm not mad at that. There's also another one, another color on the vendor. Sand Scared Pet, which I swear we've had as a Twitch drop, as well as a TCG pet. So sure, bring it back again. Why not? You've got some armor sets. This one is kind of nice, with the huge shoulders. I don't think I'm getting any of those. There's a new color of the Daisy Crown, and then, yeah, a lot of kind of Tauren themed stuff. It looks like we're gonna get yellow sweatsuits. There's some weapon mogs. Cool stuff for Tauren fans. I think like a massive saving month for me. I don't know if I'm gonna get a single thing this month. I am sitting on a cache of 11,975 tender, and that might just be what we're adding on to. June is Monday already. Yup. Yep. On the prairies, I'm only an hour ahead and boiling. This bizarre late May heat wave could be done anytime now. Oh, man. Pet, yeah, decent month. Probably saving, too. I know what I like when I see it. And I feel like it's going to be a good saving month. What I need to do is I just need to be not afraid to spend when I see stuff that I really want. I feel like even when it's a good month filled with things that I want, I have this huge aversion to spending more than I earned in that month, even if I've been saving for the 6 months previously. I need to kind of remind myself that it's fine to spend. It's fine to make number go down if it's stuff that you actually want. I think I've twisted myself into feeling like raising my tender amount is the game and not getting things that I might like to use. I think I maybe have that one a little bit backwards. Zaidzu, thank you very much for the 6-month resub. Happy half a year. Appreciate it. And we might just get some... I guess I should fly by the runestones just to see if anybody happens to be doing them. And if not, I can look for a group. And if failing that, I can probably just solo it. I bet you this character has tons of the Arcana to use. I think I do. I'm sure I can do the event by myself. It's kind of a funnily difficult one to do solo. Even with like a ton of gear, I feel like. Takes a while. Takes some doing. I'm glad that we have this farm. If I somehow, like, had finished the rare farm, I think that the Vile Essences and then the Sky Shards farm would probably be next on the list. But I'm not expecting to be done with this one. Oh, my mouse keybinds aren't working. Sometimes I just need to kind of load the Logitech software and then it kind of remembers that those are supposed to be number buttons. Sometimes that's all it takes. Let's head to this one. Vile Essence farm is terrible to me. Vile Essence is Zolomon Elites, right? And you just need like a lot of it. Because the Sky Shard one you want 500. The Essences you want 1,000. It's a cool mount. I like the mount a lot. But yeah, I'm guessing you would want to be in a group. I guess? Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of likening it in my head to the pollen grind for the bee mount, in the last expansion, and that one I did kind of last patch when I had sort of the whole expansion's worth of player power accumulated. They drop so slowly solo that I've resolved when I farm them to only get 50 at a time. Eat the elephant slowly. Put half of that elephant back in the fridge. I opened a can of pumpkin yesterday because I've been giving like a little bit of just pumpkin to the cats with their meals for a little fiber, and the best way to do that without it going bad on me is to freeze it into an ice cube tray to make little like pumpkin ice cubes, and then just defrost like 1 or 2 a day. And that's all fine and good. And I opened a can of pumpkin and I'm like kind of smelling it. I'm like, I can't tell. It's canned. So you'd think it would last forever, but like I can't tell if it smells funny or not. And I also vaguely feel like I've seen this can of pumpkin in my dreams, like it's been around for a long time. And I'd already taken the lid off, so I had to go find the lid and look at the date on the lid. And apparently, I don't even know how I held on to it this long, but this particular can expired in 2023. I think I actually got it from my mom. It was like, you'll use this, and I was like, yeah, and that was probably back before it expired. Oh dear. I did not keep it. That one is for the compost pile, I think. Don't think I'm ready to farm the new things yet. Still hungover from the Alanira shard farm. Yeah, that's fair. Did I like that one? No, I got all snippy about it because I didn't want to do it in groups in the Bean Wolf area, and then I eventually did, in fact, give up and do it in groups in the Bean Wolf area. That's right. I was rare farming for Alanira shards for a long time. Right? Yeah, I was rare farming for them, and I got like a couple that way. But it wasn't, I was still like 6 or 7 out of 10, and then I Bean Wolf farmed it. And then that command will live in infamy forever. That's right. I remember now. It was kind of fun towards the end. Clearly I'm not doing something correctly. We need to actually use our button, huh? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll help. One of my puppers got diagnosed with diabetes a week ago. Been a very stressful learning curve. He's doing okay now. Oh, poor baby. Oh, that's really tough. I hope things get less stressful soon. Find a rhythm. Is it kind of like a daily injection situation? I know some animals get insulin shots daily for diabetes, which always sounded... It's one of those things that like sounds super hard, but I bet once you're doing it and everybody's kind of used to it, it's not such a big deal. But it still sounds awful. Daily, twice a day, 12 hours apart. Yeah. Wow. Had dental surgery yesterday. Can barely eat or drink anything. It sucks. And my cow cat and void cat keep staying away from me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope your mouth recovers well. I always get, every time that's happened to me and they put you on soft food for like who knows how long, I get so sick of it, and that was always the thing that made me the crankiest. It wasn't so much the face pain, it was just like I'm so sick of slurping food. I just want to eat something, but I also don't want to like, you know, set your healing progress back or get infected or anything. I used to do a lot of soup and smoothies and yogurt. Oh. Which are all things that I like. I'm a big soup girly. I have a lot of soup lunches around here, but like it's more fun when it's opt-in. Also, for heaven's sake, Hazel, use the button. Use the extra action button. Here we go. Or the quest item button. I also relate to the cats avoiding you. Oh man, when I was upset in the last couple of weeks before Miss Kira left us, I was reminded of a really funny fact about Kira, was that she's a super sweet cat, very loving, very lovely, bond of my life. However, baby girl did not hold with tears. She was so uncomfortable if I was crying, and she would actively be like, ooh, and like leave. She would avoid my presence if I began to weep, which was funny and a little heartbreaking when I was weeping because of her. But like it's funny how different animals react, because Moose was all about it. Moose wants to lick everything off my face, but Kira did not hold with visible displays of emotion. She was not here for it. She could tell before I even made any noise. I swear she could hear like my heartbeat change, and she was like, "You're about to get messy. I am out of here." Needle doesn't make him flinch at all. Getting him to eat his whole meal all at once is the hard part. Always get bronchitis after traveling. Recovering from that. We're a bit of a ragtag punch today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you get better soon. Bronchitis sucks. Here we go, this way. Ghostland Peppas. Or so. I'm in like this position with the cats where I want to be using treats with them to kind of reinforce them for things that I want to encourage them to either do or be cool with. Things like the nail trims, toothbrushing, carrier, all that. Treats are great for kind of helping make positive associations. But they're still both having kind of like ongoing digestive issues. And they like, I'm gonna work with it on the vet. I'm gonna keep working with it on the vet to try to figure out what else could possibly be going on, because we've been through a few different treatments already. But it's hard because like I don't want to make their tummies even worse by giving them like, if it is like a food intolerance and there's like something in one of the treats, I don't want to just make them explode further than they've already been exploding. But also like they're young and impressionable right now, and I kind of want to be like helping train them. It's a tough one. I might just start giving them a little bit of treat anyway, because like you're already having diarrhea, you know, like that seems to be a given for this particular moment. Let's go here. They're going back to the vet next week. We're gonna try something else. They may need special food. We'll see. We figured out an anticipated drop date for 1207. People probably have ideas. You could probably count 8 weeks off of, I'm just gonna do this. You could probably count 8 weeks off of, 1205 and be pretty close. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be 10 weeks instead of 8, just because they bumped the time walking calendar back a little bit. I'm not keeping super close track, though. It'll kind of drop when it drops. I was hoping that group was for these people here. Last cat was like that. Didn't like if I cried, but would bite me to stop me from crying. Dried minnows, bonito fish flakes, 1 protein, no additives. But it might be fish. It literally might be fish that's upsetting them. It's like, I don't know what it is the problem. So it's kind of hard to give them anything that they're not currently having. Fish is one of the things that cats can be most, not most, but like, it's one of the things that tends to set off, I don't know. These two are driving me. I just want them to feel better. It's no fun to have lava tummy. And then like the second that you think that they're getting better, they like just go right back the other way. Kind of goes back and forth. You know who likes dried minnows though? Is Moose. Moose goes nuts for like an air dried minnow or sardine or anchovy. Holy, does he like the stinky fishies. Hey Hazel, how are you? Hi Angry Internet Cat. I'm doing good. How you doing? I didn't really want to get up. My bedroom is so dark in the morning now with blackout curtains that it's hard to like actually like wake up and start moving around. I have to like get up and open the curtains so that the light can start telling my brain that it's time to stop being lazy. June 16th is the predicted date based on the 8-week schedule. New patch having updated midsummer rewards. That would check out. That would make sense. How are we doing? We're whacking weeds. First dog ran from me when I was upset. Second dog likes to watch my therapist during our virtual sessions and lets me hold her in my lap. Tap on her sides when I'm doing EMDR. Aww. That's nice. They're all so different. Moose gets very concerned about the emotional management of everybody in the home. If anyone's upset, he kind of wants to like be there. And if there's any tears, he wants, I mean, maybe just because they're salty, but like he wants to eat them. He wants to consume your tears. He's a sweet guy. Satmaw. Satmaw? Satmaw. None of that stuff going on here. Hampton Roads, Virginia. Hubby works nights. I'm going on 6 hours of sleep. Rescue dog likes to bounce in the bed right by my head after hubby takes him outside. Cute, knowing you usually can't get back to sleep after. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that sounds really tough. Bad sleep, I feel like, is just like a debuff modifier that makes everything worse and harder to deal with. And then, like, really good sleep is the opposite. I always feel like a little more capable of dealing with all of my my troubles if I've had some good sleep. Good evening, morning. Good morning, Dorda. Good evening to you. Hope you're having a lovely... Is it Sunday morning for you already? No, that can't be right. It's Saturday evening for you. That's right. I love you, right? Oh, man. Almost 5:30 p.m. here. Here's a random question. What time do you generally eat supper or dinner? Like your third meal of the day on average. I feel like I can, like, my range is wide. Like, we'll eat as early as 5 and we'll eat as late as like 9. Depending on like what's going on a given day and what happens. And I kind of like hate that for me, and I would like to just pick a time and commit to it, but it's hard. Almost 5:30. 6 to 8, yeah. Do you usually go to bed a bit later? Like more like midnight? I feel like I need like a decent gap between dinner and bedtime. I can't sleep good if I've eaten like super close to bedtime. But that's just me. This one. 2,000 gold here. Depending on when our hunger overcomes the desire to do nothing after a work day. Fair. Depends on the energy levels of whoever happens to cook. Less energy is later or takeaway around 9:30. Gotcha, yeah. That's usually when the super late dinners happen around here, is if I've committed to making dinner, but like I'm just not doing it because I've run out of mojo. And or ideas. That's usually when it starts getting like super late because I just procrastinate starting, and then it turns into the same thing, either like a really late dinner or just like takeout late. Although that's a little less. There's not a lot of late takeout you can get in these parts, so yeah, make something. 4 p.m. dinner, 8 to 9 snack time. 6:30 to 8. Nice. The hubby works. Remote works from home. 6 to 10 on the weekends. All right, I'm not the only one with a huge range. I appreciate that. Bedtime 11 to 11:30. Gotcha. What's she doing? Do you need anything?
With perseverance.
No, I've already made a request. I'd do this where I get this stuck at 80% and I don't know which thing I've missed because I clearly intended to do all the things. This one keeps glowing, but I can't interact with it because I've done it already. There might be like a wine glass over here or something. I'll look for it. The wine glass is tiny, so I feel like it's easy to miss. Yeah, maybe this will do it.
What needs bring you here?
Okay, so I got my rep. Did I get, did I like reach any new rep levels? I feel like I didn't. I am finished with Farstriders and I'm finished with Magisters. Oh, I didn't know that I finished with Farstriders. I don't know when that happened. I guess today. Maybe I can look at their vendor. And then I am quite close with Shades. Not super close with Blood Knights, but getting there. Okay. Let me look at the Farstrider vendor. You got anything for me? Oh, there's a quiver for 200 marl. Yeah, this is an inscription recipe for the Phoenix Quill. This is that one. And then let's get this one too, because we have lots of the Latent Arcana. Quiver. I've been getting those Transmog sets just to have them because it's just nice to buy a cosmetic that's not for Marl. So I have that. I have that. Perfect. Okay. What about the Shade Vendor? Missing anything here? Self-pouring sun wine. I do not know that recipe. I don't think. I definitely don't know the decor. We got the wine decanter already. I guess if I can't learn it, then I can refund it. No, I can learn it. Should I try and make it? That might be kind of fun. No, I'm doing rares. Let me see if I like have the mats. Sun wine. Self-pouring sun wine. This would be just for me. Oh, the mats would be super easy. We can just do it. I'll pop back to town. I'll just make one. It'll be fun. Cats, however, much better regulated. I am not responsible for my actions if I haven't eaten dinner and it's after 6. Oh, man. I am, like, a vastly different person if I get really crabby because I'm hungry. And it sneaks up on me because I don't actually, like, get, like, the tummy feeling of being hungry. I just start to get, like, grim. I just get kind of, like, defeatist and melancholy, and I'll get, like, a headache, and I won't put together that I'm hungry because it's not, like, the normal hungry feeling. But I've been with this body for all these years. You'd think I would have figured this out by now. Is usually a good sign of, like, I need either a meal, or if I'm making the meal, I need a snack just so I can get through the meal. It's like, you need a health pod to bide you over until the healing cooldown comes back off CD. I was gonna go pop by the Enchanter's Lectern, that's right. I'm making some self-pouring sun wine. Murder hunger. Yeah, it's... And then I'll eat something, and then, like, you know, half an hour will go by, and I'll be just, like, sitting around and be like, hey, I'm me again! Wow, that's crazy! Who could have predicted this turn of events? That's jewel crafting. That's not where we're going. Here's enchanting. So let me get the mats tracked. Oh, I need more lumber. I must have some in the bank, huh? We can buy the mats. That's just the lumber that I have on me. So I have lots of shards. We could use some dawn crystals. I probably could have de-ed some stuff too, but that's okay. Made a Harenir druid last night called Dorwenya. Still congratulating myself on my cleverness. Very nice. 5:30 to 6:30. Gotta be careful eating too late. Partial stomach paralysis. Oh, that's scary. I know I sleep better if I eat super early and then I stop eating for like 4+ hours before bedtime. Like I sleep much better if my stomach's like kind of empty. We're going in here, but I don't always do that.
My goods are one of a kind.
I feel like to be human is to kind of like know the good choice and then to sometimes make it. But maybe that's just me coping. Thalassian. Do I not have any Thalassian? Is that not what it's called? Thalassian. Okay, I literally need more lumber. I guess I'm gonna get some Thalassian lumber. I know I have some on my warrior, but I'm just gonna rare farm and I'll keep an eye out for lumber. We're tracking lumber here. I'll untrack fish. We have yet to get all of the rares that we want to kill in Eversong on this character, so let's do that. And then if we see any woods, any trees, we can do that. It looks like it looks like uh-oh. No! I hate it when I miss them. Oh well. It looks like the invasion's in this, which could be vaguely annoying. I guess we'll deal. I was reading yesterday when I was looking stuff up for the news video about these like transmog pouches that I guess can drop from ritual sites and void strikes and stuff. And I've literally, they must be so rare because I don't think I've literally ever seen one. Either that or I just like didn't know what it was and just opened it. I don't think I've ever seen one. And they have like such a huge item pool. I'm starting to see why people were cranky about those. Although at least I'll be able to use dark particles for them. I'm going to start holding on to my dark particles for 1207 so that I can buy the new bags that they're adding. But like, whoo. They don't drop. You buy them with currency? In 1207, yes. Pre-1207, and I think they still probably do drop. My understanding is that they have a very low chance. There's like a giga bag that drops all of the mogs, and it has a really low chance to come from ritual sites or any void strike or incursion. That's my current understanding. I could be wrong because I've never seen one. I have 0 lived experience there. Seen one in like 75 void strikes. Yeah, they seem like insanely rare. That can't possibly be how they meant them to be, right? If there was another way to buy them with currency before 1207, then that's something I wasn't aware of and don't know about. Okay, that one's down. This is not going to be back up again for a little while. Oh yeah, I'm looking for lumber too. That's right. Lumber. Any trees? I need 4 more sticks to make my wine, and don't worry about why. Can't make that make sense. Yeah, I thought I would have seen one. I did a bunch of void strikes for the achievement. I kind of figured I would have seen at least one in the course of doing, like, void response team, but nope. They seem to have nice mogs. I will work on them with particles. I don't think I'm going to get them all or anything, but, like, any particles I get from now I can save to get some of those appearances next patch. Oh, hey, there's a rare. One mount, please. Did 100, haven't seen any. That's so weird. I wonder what they were thinking. Things like that and things like the miscellaneous Mechanica drop rate, I'm just kind of wondering what happened. Is that how they wanted it to be? I can kind of understand like a super low drop rate, sort of a stretch goal farm, like the nether egg for the fishing mount, right? When it's for one thing. I can kind of get that. Like there's one thing, it's super rare, people are going to kill like a bajillion things looking for it, but if you get it once, then you're done. What I don't get is when you have something that is basically that rare, but that if you wanted to get everything, you're going to need to repeat like 110 times. What? Who's that for? What do you mean? Morning, Hazel. Good morning, Timmy. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Well, I guess there is not up, otherwise it would be up, so I'm gonna keep moving. Using carved wood chunks is a semi-common trick to mimic the effects of barrel aging wine, but with more surface area and thus less time needed. Oh, well. I'm not a big wine girly, but my brain wants to take it to the absolute troll conclusion of like, what if you just put sawdust in there? Let's get some smoker chips. See what that does. Didn't know Twitch did this. Also, hi. Hi, Kurds. That's a new one for me. I've never seen that one before either. 42 months? It's rarefied air. Abby teases me. Look, a squirrel. Very much resemble that remark. Some of us have to be on the lookout for squirrels in case the squirrels are important. That's just good evolution. There's 17. Okay, one more log and I can at least make the wine. Any more luck with rares? A few over this way. The Eversong Woods ones are nice and easy. Ever since it occurred to us yesterday, I can't unsee it. These ones are just so much nicer than the rares in the other 3 zones. Also, completely off has been way more than 42 months. Yeah. Seems true. I've done a couple of mod wipes and resets in my life, but I don't think I've ever like unmodded everybody to remod people. I feel like I usually just clear out people that have been less active and then mod people that have been around a bit more to kind of keep up with like the rotation of regulars. Let's go this way. Wait, I saw the wood and I wanted it, but I have enough now. Alright, here's a rare. One mount, please. Remember the particular instance that resulted in Twitch doing this. I need to reset a bunch of my accounts. I was going through my different things that I have set up, like my Amazon Associates store and like my tip page and whatnot, and like the different services and systems that kind of like help me earn from those things in Canada. And some of them are just so, like, all of my accounts for stuff like that is so busted because I've, like, switched countries a bunch of times. Like, I started in Canada, and then I moved to the States, and then I moved back to Canada. And a lot of these things don't like you, they want you to, like, have a new and different account for these things, but, like, it just gets really complicated. And I feel a lot of it's kind of broken. And, like, I was trying to, like, recover some accounts or, like, talk to customer service to, like, actually fix some of the country issues. And I just kept, like, getting like weird AI agent answers, and then the page would break, and I was like, well, this is okay. Great. So I think I need to just kind of start fresh with some new accounts for some of that stuff, or just shut a bunch of it down, figure out what I actually use, and then start fresh. Not for like Twitch and YouTube, but for some of like the littler things. Kind of clean it up because it is ugly. And I am one of those people that, like, if you're trying to get me to log into something and I like use the password and then you authenticate it and then you like, it was like, no, we're gonna need you to reset this and we're gonna need you to validate it, and it's like, I lose my bananas every time. I get so tilted when I'm trying to just log into something, and then you finally log into it and they're like, well, I don't think we're gonna let you do that thing that you wanted to do. You should talk to customer service, and then you try to talk to customer service and they're like not a person and also not helpful. I can't stand it. Let's do another loop. Remember the oh, I read that one already. There we go. I feel like I could use a few less accounts in my life. You know, my goal for the summer is to swim more, and I want to get a comfy chair that I can set up outside and do some book reading outdoors. I read books in bed before bedtime, and I'm a little afraid that if I start reading books outside in the afternoons as well as in bed before bedtime, I'm going to burn through books too fast, but I'm just going to live with that. I'm just going to make it work. You know. We'll find something. Oh, rare. Oh, she's back up. Oh, this was the one that I missed earlier, so they don't take super long. I don't think I've been away from this for even 10 minutes. Hope your weekend off to a good start. Oh, thank you very much. We're up and at it. We got the correct legs down the correct pant leg holes, so that's a good start. I think. There are famously a lot of books. Nothing wrong with burning through them quickly. Recently started rereading the Witcher books. 6 books down in 2 weeks. Oh, you've been burning them. Link's Rare can also drop a pet. I wonder if I have it or not. Falling asleep outside since your body thinks reading is sleep time? Yeah, it's possible. Because I have so many years of conditioning myself to do that, it's like a great hack for when I'm traveling and I need to fall asleep in like a hotel room or something. Is if I have to make sure I bring my book, or at least like an iPad with my books on it. And then as long as I read a little bit of whatever I was reading, I will fall asleep. It's great. This one not up. Princess Bloodshed. Here, I'll take a look and see if I have it. I do not have it yet. Fascinating. I wonder what the, I mean, I guess I'll probably get it at some point because I'm farming all these rares for mounts. Wonder what the drop rate's like, or like if they're expensive. I also kind of want to keep getting Thalassian Flumper now. I didn't realize I don't know how much of it I have, but I feel like the answer's not enough. Like reading books over and over again. I like certain books like that. Certain books I'll read, and I know that I'm going to add them to my reread roster. I like rereading books as well. As long as it's been like a couple of years between, like since the last time I read it. There's a few series that I'll go back to over and over again. And now I'm trying to collect hard copies of those books that I know that I like to reread, because it's just really comforting to have them on a shelf. And I've been enjoying reading physical books again lately, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Although, you gotta sort of pace yourself, because especially if you're getting new copies, books are expensive. Maybe I gotta get online and be a little bit craftier at getting used copies, because I don't mind, as long as it hasn't been like marked up to heck and back, I don't mind a used book. I don't need my books to be like pristine and unruffled, because I'm gonna ruffle them. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna drop them. I'm gonna ruffle them anyway, so I don't mind a used book. There's gotta be places online that you can like order specific used books from, because I browse used books a lot. There's a lot of used book places, or like used book sections in other stores. But unless I see like an author I recognize or something, it's hard for me to like take a chance on something now, because I don't know if that book's any good. What if it's for sale for a reason? If it was good, they would have kept it. But every now and then you'll be looking through a used bookshelf and you'll find something that you like remember from youth or something like that, and that's always exciting. I don't recognize this rare. Don't usually read. It's been a great shock to me that unless you have like a hardcover book, it's just normal for it to get roughed up by the time you're through with it. Yeah. I like the visual of a pristine book, but I like them as, I don't know. I don't mind scuffing my books a little bit. Obviously, I don't want to rip them to pieces, but to me, it's a sign of a book well loved and well enjoyed. I have like an unreasonable vendetta. Not a vendetta, but like I have a little bit of a snobby distaste for books that are just decorative. That have like either never that have never been read, basically, that somebody buys just to have them. And it's really unfair of me. People can decorate their homes with whatever they like. Books are beautiful. They're a valid thing to fill your shelves with. I don't know why. I don't know what my problem is. It's just, I don't know. It's not fulfilling its book destiny. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it to crack the spine? I don't know. As long as it's holding pages in. Usually, in the course of reading, the spine gets kind of like opened, but like in a more gradual way because you're opening one page at a time. Minecraft bookshelves catching strays, right? It's unreasonable. It's like a dumb thing to be upset about. I'm not really upset. It's not my house. People can do whatever they like. I'm projecting onto that book. I guess I'm imagining like an author that wrote a book for people to enjoy, finding out that someone bought it but is never going to read it and just wants the spine to look nice. But then I guess that author's probably not mad to like earn a royalty. I don't know. I'm thinking about it way too much. Back in the day, people got a set of encyclopedias for their bookshelves, and I would guess many of them were never read. Were they used for reference, like back when you wanted to look something up? I remember when people wanted to look up facts and they would go to a library. The internet was around, and you could, or in my young childhood, there was this idea that you weren't going to get reliable information online. We washed out of that pretty quick, but I remember people looking stuff up in the library, in the encyclopedia specifically, to like fact check things. It's been a long time. Or like the dictionary. We used to fact check dictionary. We would look up a word because we would disagree about what it was or what it was for. This rare's not up. Sad. Usually once I've spent long enough in a given zone, I'll just move on to the other ones, and I guess I can always loop back if I really run out of characters to do this on. Had a set that was used for school. School reports, and the problem with the library is you're starting the night before it's due, so it helps if you or your friends had a set of encyclopedias. Do you remember the scramble trying to find someone who owned an atlas because you needed an atlas to like copy a map or something? But it was, like you say, the night before the report was due. I vaguely remember that. And like, who owns an atlas? Especially now. I'm torn between wanting to craft, like, stop and craft the Sunwine and wanting to, like, keep looking for Zul'Aman rares next. I own a book of historical maps, because that's one of my nerd gems. Did something cool, soloed my first tier 11 delve. Congrats, Malachi. That's fantastic. You get any good loot? Modern kids will never know the fun of spreading 10 pages of an atlas over the hood of your car and trying to figure out the best route for your road trip. Yeah, not so much. That doesn't sound like any fun to me. I am way too anxious to just get lost somewhere. Old enough that wasn't a problem. Also, Dad had survey maps of every country we've been to all over the walls of the upstairs hall. Being a map nerd, high aura, and GL. That's sick. I like fantasy maps of fictional places that come in books. No, I don't collect them or anything, but I just like, whenever I'm reading a book that has like a little map page, I always stop to like look over it and try to like relate it to what I know about the story or like where things are going. And I also kind of like imagining, like, I'm assuming the author, I guess sometimes they probably get map people to do them, doing this map and just being like, yeah, a mountain could go here. Here's a river, why not? Like, I'm sure some of it's in the story, and some of it is probably just like, you know what, this needs to look more mappy, and just like inventing geography, and I think that's fun. I don't know a lot about how it comes together. I'm sure some authors approach it more scientifically than others. I'm finding lots of these rares in the zone today. Any luck? No. Well, now I kind of want to fly by the last. There's only 3 more rares that I haven't found. People with homebrew campaign settings for tabletop RPG games. Yeah. There is a fun question mark hobby figuring out when a globe was made based on what countries exist, what they're called, and their capital cities. Oh yeah. As a kid, we used to make fun of our textbooks for being old if they were still talking about the Soviet Union. Was a big one, and then Czechoslovakia was another one that we would check to see if it was in the book or not. I don't think we like knew the relevant dates or anything like that. I think we were just ribbing our school for having old materials. I don't need this. This is a Void Rift. I don't need to be here. I'm here for the Malfunctioning Construct, which is up. I will be there shortly. Have you seen the how to make a map for your TTRPG videos? People scatter rice on a page, use that to determine borders and features. No, I haven't. Very fun. Do you think anybody's ever started a fantasy story by like writing a map first and then figuring out like what happens there and who lives there? Like they start with the literal like world building and then work backwards. Somebody must have. People approach creative stuff from like every angle that you can think of. I remember when I was a kid, I asked my band teacher, when people write music, do they write the rhythm or the melody first? And I was so upset when he was like, well, it depends. You know, like there's lots of ways to do it. I'm like, what do you mean there's lots of ways to do it? I require a formula. What are you talking about? I could not stand how loosey-goosey that was. I had this image of composing being like a highly academic pursuit with rigorous rules, and it drove me nuts that it was not. Drove from Virginia to Florida back in 06, MapQuest, and a flip phone. I was reading about the history of Czechoslovakia's history on Wikipedia just yesterday. I lead a very exciting life. It's nice that Wikipedia deep dives are still a valid internet hobby. I feel like a lot of the ways to kill time online have kind of come and gone with the years, you know? We're not really stumbling upon anymore. That one has been good for a long time. Had a textbook in high school that referenced the Vietnam War as current. USA, graduated in 2015. What do you mean there isn't a correct answer? Tell me how they do it. I would just see musicians jam. I would just see them like get in a group and just start playing something, and other musicians would slide in and just start playing something, and they would make music together, and it was absolute alchemy to me. I still kind of can't deal with it. I'm missing a chip in my brain that lets me work like that, and I was so mad because I wanted it so badly. Alright, we have done save 1. I guess I'll check that one last time just for thoroughness sake. We've done almost all the rares in Eversong. I had a textbook for computer class that suggested that your computer might have a tape drive. Like floppy disks? Not like a cassette tape, right? Did computers have cassette tape drives? Floppies still had tape in them, right? Harder if you play a brass instrument because you have to sort of commit to a note before you play it. No, I think it's just a thing. Being able to like identify a key by ear is one of them, and then I don't know, pattern recognition maybe. something going on there that I'm missing. Tape drives, like 8-track tapes. Tape media for computers. Okay, yeah, I'm too young for that. Punch cards, learned using punch cards. Floppy disks were just softer plastic. Old Commodore systems actually used cassette drive. Something called zip drives with a similar concept. People used to call thumb drives zip drives. I don't know why. Just like USB memory. Older movies, you'll frequently see mainframe computers having a reel-to-reel tape system. I believe you guys, but you guys could be fully inventing this and I would be like, interesting, nice. Like, that's how little frame of reference I have for any of this. You could tell me that the Zip Zorbs did the oodly boops and then you had to like turn it with a pitchfork to get it rolling and churn the butter in the morning and I'd be like, ooh, interesting. Good, yeah. Neat, didn't know that. Like, you could tell me anything. Used to cut a notch into our one-sided floppy drive so we could write on both sides because we were cheap and kids and poor. That's how I feel when you're talking about fish. Floppy disk, not the drives. Yeah. Well, this one's not up. Let's go check north of here. I think that's how my mom used to feel whenever my friends and I would talk about World of Warcraft in the car, like on the way to the movies or something, as teenagers. Just completely unhinged from reality. Do you remember when games came on a DVD? I always figured it was a CD-ROM, but yeah, I remember getting games on disc. I bought some games on disc. My copy of Dragon Age Inquisition... Not Inquisition, Origins, Dragon Age Origins I bought from a GameStop on a disc. And my early WoW games came with discs too. No info on release date as far as I know. It'll come when it comes, I'm sure. Dragon Age Origins? Yeah, I played a decent amount of that. I don't think I ever beat it though. And then I tried playing Dragon Age 2. Because of how much fun I had in Dragon Age Origins and just kind of like washed right out of it. You ever play Putt Putt Saves the Zoo? Doesn't ring a bell. Watch War Games, an 80s movie with Matthew Broderick. Old computer tech. I don't know who that actor is. Oh no, that's Decaying Diamondback. Although I'm a priest, I can do it. I can do Decaying Diamondback. Dragon Age is one of my favorite game series. I got a kick out of it. My character couldn't decide if it was going to romance Alistair or, like, the bird lady. Ferris and Ferris Bueller's? I have not seen that. I'd say let's play a fun game and see if you can come up with anything he's been in that I've seen. But it's not a fun game. It's just going to make me look uncultured. I know about Ferris Wheels. I'm familiar with like the name of the movie, but I've never sat down and watched it. No, I don't know Glory. I'm vaguely familiar that The Producers is a musical. I don't know if I've ever sat and watched the film. He was in a terrible Christmas film I saw. He's in his 60s now. Yeah. Really old tape drives bigger than a person? No, I believe you. Oh, 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 oh. Tag it! Yeah! Thanks. Oh, hang on, my chat log's behind him. Like, I learned to transmog that. Which one? Oh, yeah, that was back from Salt Earls. Spectre Gadget? No. Thanks for making me feel completely ancient by not knowing Matthew Broderick. Well, I'm 33, but I'm also not like a massive movie buff. I know the movies I know, and that's kind of it. I feel like most people are like that. My movie trivia is terrible. Just awful. Oh, this is a really easy question. That's for 980 gold. We can do it. He's married to Sarah Jessica Parker. Her I'm familiar with. I've never seen Sex and the City, but I know enough about it to know that that's Sarah Jessica Parker. And I've probably seen her in some film. I feel like I did see her in at least one film. But I forget which one. Oh, there's a rare. Hang on, I gotta do the rare. I can come back for the world quest. I gotta do the rare while it's up. We often play this game where you have to guess a movie, screenshot with a guild, and I consistently underperform as well. The voice of adult Simba and the Lion King. That I have seen. Remember who you are. Between the Lion King and James and the Giant Peach, I put an awful lot of stock in clouds as a kid. Any mounts? No, I'm getting good mog. I'm getting lots of good mog. Big Hazel, how you feeling? What up, big dog? I'm feeling alright. How you doing? I'm keeping it together. No mounts. I got the one yesterday. We're 1 of 8. No mounts yet today, but that's okay. I got 980 gold I get to keep. Also, maybe we'll do the special assignment or something. Those are worth some gold usually. Doing good? Doing good. I thought I was going to have kitties around here today, but they've left. I started with Tiki on stream, but he's probably gone to go nap somewhere. What was that? There was some web game that was making the rounds not too long ago that was kind of like guessing video games based on various things, like keywords or like fractions of the key art for them, stuff like that. And I played that for like a day or two, and I realized that I know like 6 games very well, and I don't know any other games. I do not have a wider education in game culture, and should never pretend to. I don't know if I do pretend to, but like I don't know most things. Cracked at Elden Ring, GeoGuessr. What happened to your kitties? Toon and Tiki are probably just taking a nap somewhere. Miss Kira passed away. I never know which kitty people are asking about when they're asking. I don't want to bum anyone out, but I also don't want to lie to anybody either. Let's go check for Murloc. I'm not bad at WoW GeoGuessr. I'm not like amazing at it, but like I'm reasonably decent at it. But it's only fun for like 1 round. No, just missed this one. Over here. Nope. Kind of loop around the side of it. Rare farming's been surprisingly decent for my gold. Between tripping on the occasional... That's a weird special assignment. Between tripping on the occasional like gold world quest, and then just vendoring all the blues that I get from all the rares, I feel like it's been pretty solid. I'll do like 1 more lap of all of these rare spawn points, and then I'll hearth and make my sunline. Any luck over here? Yeah. All these rares are starting to feel like old friends. I'm only on day 2. I want to say this grind isn't so bad because, like, yeah, 1 in 200 kind of sucks, but you have so many rares that you can do. Like, you can get kills quite often. I feel like it's not that bad, but that's easy for me to say now. I reserve the right to change my mind. It might get much worse. Look at the pretty rainbow. It's almost June, huh? We're almost back at Pride Month again. I wonder if Bliss is going to do anything. 3 daily quests. What a strange special assignment. I should probably do it just for the gold and the marl. I feel like it's really good marl. Plus, maybe it'll give a few minutes for other things to kind of respawn. I've never done this one before. There's probably a correct answer for which 3 are like the easiest dailies to do. That one looks like a single boss kill. I might wait until my PI comes back up, actually. I know it says people 3. People 3, people me. That is a serving size me kind of boss, but I wouldn't mind having a cooldown up. What do you want? Money weapons, okay. So they have in the past made the Rainbow Trail toy easier to get during Pride, but the toy predates Blizzard's acknowledgement of Pride, and I got it just for, like, the normal way. Back in, what was it, Legion? Yeah, they're doing Running of the Trolls in 1207. Also, I need to double back for the Void Touch Crustacean. Any loot here? Looks like this just came up. This one was bugged for a while. And, like, wasn't spawning the crustacean, even though the event looked like it was up. Kind of like it's doing right now. I haven't seen this in ages. I wonder, I'm just gonna kill things. People were coming up with all kinds of crazy theories about how you're supposed to get the rare up. I wonder if it's like phasing with the special assignment. It might be. How's the rep grind? Reps are doing decent. Reps are doing not too bad, actually. I need a little bit more for... Oh, I'm actually really close to 19, Haredi 19. And I would actually have enough marble to buy the mount if we do get there. So when we farm rares in Haranir, I should make a point to do any, like, easy world quest that we fly by, because I could get that finished and actually get that mount. That would be really nice. I would enjoy that. Any plans to make content around C+? I'm an idiot. I'm like the coding language. I think that's another plus. No. No, I don't think so. I am many things, but a classic enthusiast has not traditionally been one of them. Yeah, I think I need another plus. I think it's a C++ if we're talking coding. Also, I don't know the first thing about it. I think my window to become a successful comp sci major has come and gone. I don't think those grads are finding the job market as easy as they once were. Wait, that's not what we're talking about? 4 more of these. I feel like I picked kind of a bad daily quest for this one. This one's taking a minute. Have a nice day. You too, Fart Master. I hope your weekend goes exactly to plan. May the beans be with you. Here we go. Turn in that one. Oh yeah, let's go try that Ultradon. Should be right here. Unless it died. Did it die? I think it's dead. Check back for it. Come to ZA. It's like all the rares said. She's coming. Run and hide. Ogre tomes. I just want to do the special assignment for gold and marl. I'm hard up for both of them. I need gold and marl. Anything that's gonna get me a little closer. Man, I never loot treasures, and I really should. I'm always like, man, I don't get any shards of Dun Dun, and people are like, oh, I get mine from treasures, and I'm like, you're looting treasures. Fascinating. What a concept. Perhaps I should try it. Yeah, look at that. It's profession knowledge. Wow. I've been so lazy about professions. I guess I'm not lazy. I've just decided to skip it, really. I think that's what it turns out to be. Not this time around. I want to hold on to cooldowns just in case the Elder Dawn comes back up. I can't hold on to too many cooldowns because apparently 3 ogres at once does want you to use something. I was trying to interact key open that, but you have to be facing it. It's so weird. One more ogre tome and then the guy, and I should be set. Try the guy one more time. You're an ogre. You got any books? I can hear my doggy dreaming. He's sleep woofing in the other room. Nice. Oh, and the Elder Dawn's up and everything too. Nice. Okay. There's even somebody here. Yeah, much faster than doing 12 axes. Okay. Turn those in and that should do it. I think they just wanted 3.
You got orders, Ashura?
I feel like it's kind of a long special assignment. Some of them are just like do a bombing run.
You got orders,
Kill
Hashira.
3 elites.
Do you need protection? Akilzon guides me.
Yes.
So the veteran cache has 2,000 gold. 100 marl. Man, I mean, I guess it's good rep too. Well, it's only 200 rep. I was gonna say, Paragon caches are amazing for rep, but I wonder if the crustacean's still up or if it just broke. Take a look at it. Paragon caches are amazing for rep. Oh, it is up. I wonder if it was just phased. It might have been. Maybe I had to do the special assignment just to unphase it. It's possible. You never know. I get so used to being a gnome, I don't know how to live with an escape artist. It's such a useful racial. Like, it doesn't change your life every day, but when it does, it really saves you. You're in a dungeon and there's like a bad combo of like roots and ground effects, and something didn't get kicked so they're both coming for you at once, and you can just kind of like scooch out of it. Primo. It's real good. Nope. No luck there. Let's do like one more lap. One more lap and see if any of these other Amani rares are up. My one mount that I have already is from Voidstorm, so if when I'm in Voidstorm I get another one, it'd be pretty cool. Then I would be done with Voidstorm. Wouldn't be mad at that. Maybe I should do Voidstorm next after Zolomon instead of Herondar. Also, when I Hearth, I'm going to make the self-pouring Thalassian Sun one. Managed to get 2 out of 2 Voidstorms, 0 out of 6 everywhere else. It's, if you ask me, not a bad way to start. Because then you can narrow down, like, your zones. If you were limited by time, you would be able to put more thorough coverage into the other zones. If you were limited by characters and lockout, then I guess it's not going to help you. No luck there. Yeah, no complaints. Plus, I think the Voidstorm mounts are nice. They're both flying mounts. This one's gorgeous. Big fan. The only thing I'm not sure about is the back of the throne thing. Very jailer. Very maw. Are you up? Nope. We don't even want to check on Ashan because he sucks. He's hard. We'll take a look at the other ones. Man, I really appreciate the changes they made to skywriting. Putting it on charges instead of the little crystal things. I feel like I can go so much farther than before. It's harder to mess up. Feels very natural to use. I'm sure some of these mounts look better skywriting than others. I would love to get the not the Elwyn Forest, Silver Moon, Eversong Forest, Eversong Woods. I always call Eversong Woods Elwyn Forest. I guess it's just the E word plus the foresty name. I get them mixed up. But the Dragonhawk would be amazing. I feel like that one would look really nice flying. It's there to prevent the rider from being thrown off. I like it. Oh, hey! Hello. One mount, please. Still got 2 zones to do in my priest still. I guess I took a while doing soiree. I'm thinking 1, maybe 2 more weeks of soiree before I'm like actually finished with all of those reps. No luck. I don't remember if I flew past these northern ones already, but I'll check them out one more time. If I put cat shelves up on the wall behind me, but then I have them over my aquarium, I wonder if that's just kind of asking for trouble for the cats to want to get on top of the aquarium. I also kind of want to know how far I am into the lumber achievement. There's Midnight Lumberjack. I'm 214 to 250. That's not far off. That's not too far out. That'll give me mounted lumber farming. Oh, hey! Pleased. Hello. 1 mount, please. Most likely. Now I kind of want to camp the ones that haven't spawned for me yet, but we can always come back and look for them. Let's go make the Sunwine. Let's go do that. No mount. We got one yesterday. We got the augmented Storm Ray yesterday from Voidstorm Rare. No mount yet today, but it could happen. It's early. Congrats. Thank you. 1 out of 8. I'm riding it around until another one drops, and then assuming it's a flying mount, I will ride that one around. Let's make this decor. You know what? I'll make the decor, and I'll do one better. I'll stick it in the house. Perfect. When they say self-coring, they better mean it. Do I have a character that's like already in the house? I guess I can teleport and then teleport back without a lot of drama. Tank is closed on top. It's got a lid. And it's a strong enough lid that would probably support a cat sitting on it. I like to sleep on top of the fish tank sometimes, yeah. There are some gaps at the back of the lid where the filter sits and where the cables come out of it, so a cat could potentially, if they were really motivated, try and go fishing. But they have not been doing that. If they showed interest, I guess I would find a way to... Oh, you know actually where I want the self-pouring wine is I want it by the hot tub. That's something I would not do in real life because my heart cannot handle alcohol and hot water. I had a phase in my 20s where I was like, I'm going to be like a TV mom and I'm going to have a glass of wine in a bubble bath. And I would do that. And one time I like got out of the bath and I put my Apple Watch back on and it was like, dude, you're dying. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And then I was like, oh, heart rate. Right. Yep. Okay. Let's not do that anymore. And hasn't been a problem since. Book and dark chocolate. Oh, you know it. Yeah, that's the way to live. Still love a bath, but I bring water now. Oh yeah, what am I trying to summon decor for my bags? That's not how any of this works. Sunwine. Self-pouring. I feel like I want it to be like a smidge bigger. There you go. There you go. Maybe a smidge higher. So that the wine, which seems to be floating up and down magically, doesn't clip into the rim. Yeah, that's nice. Is she drowning? I don't know if this is a gnome-sized hot tub. I may have magnified it too much. Alright, I will take a quick break and be right back. Hello, I'm back. I've catnapped an associate to come wreak chaos. I did this. As soon as he starts like turning my camera off, you can be like, Hazel, you did this. This is your fault. You brought him over here. He was comfy. Alright, let's head back to where we were. And maybe think about getting into either Herondar or Voidstorm. Maybe Herondar. You want to come sit in my lap? Let me turn on the blanket. My hands are cold, dude. What if we like... I know it's like summer, but it's cold indoors. Where's the thing for this? Here it is. Turn this on here. I'm gonna make a nice comfy lap. Kitty. Mr. Tuna. My little tin of tuna. New house has a giant bathtub. Think I'm more likely to use it as an emergency wash basin than for its actual intended function. Yeah, sometimes it do be like that. Sometimes it goes that way. My house has a shower that has never worked. The faucets are so leaky that you just have to keep the water to them shut off, otherwise they drip. So like, rather than doing anything about that, I just kind of like haven't used it since I've moved in. And now I've removed the door and now that's just a little cubby where some cat litter boxes are in the shower. One day I'll fix it or something and maybe enjoy having a second place to shower. But like, I only really need one shower. If anything ever happens to the other one though, then I will regret not having addressed this earlier. Tuna, should we do Herondar or Voidstorm first? Which one should we do first? Storage space. I love a giant bathtub, but I feel like they take giant amounts of water to fill. Like, you want to be submerged in your bath, you want to be comfortable in it, but like, it doesn't need to be a pool. Owning a house, nothing but a giant list of distant future projects. Yep. The vague wondering of like, have I let this one go for too long that it's become a bigger problem? But you just gotta keep chipping at it. Just trust that it's not gonna fall over and just keep balancing, chipping away at your list and taking care of yourself, I feel like is all you can do. I've come to Voidstorm, so I guess we're doing Voidstorm. Let's do a little lap. See if we can find anything. Hi, Toonie. How are you feeling this morning, baby boy? I'm not meant to have baths unless there's someone there to watch because of epilepsy. Yeah, that's scary. Thank you, Picosa. That's very sweet of you. I'm not, I don't accept any, like, physical packages. I don't have, like, a P.O. box anymore. But it's a very, very lovely thought. Epilepsy pretty chill mostly. But that is a shame. It's the first time I've ever heard epilepsy described as chill. Nice in an odd way. Is that what is your name a reference to it? I was just thinking about lentils. It's just making me hungry. Gotcha. Email photo of it. We have a Discord, which would be like a really lovely place to post it when it's done if you'd still like to do it. That would be really lovely. I have a little collection of the art that people have made of Kira over the years. It's really nice. People really liked her. Toonie. I got a little emotional last night looking for my favorite pictures and videos of her to put into the news video because I knew I was gonna have to tell people. I think that was part of the reason why it was just so hard to kind of get back to making news videos is she's been in so many of them. I couldn't just make one and not mention her, but for some reason it's like way harder to like talk about her in a video than it is to talk about her on stream. And I went looking for some of my favorite like clips of her. There's a lot of really good ones. She was a really sweet girl. I didn't realize how many pictures I had of her holding my hand. She used to sleep and she would put one paw on the back of my hand, and I have a bunch of those. I didn't realize that was like a pattern that she did. I figured she just did it once or twice, but I have a ton of them. She's a cutie girl. For a moment, Give some love to Felix from me. Louise started holding my hand too, and it explodes my heart every time. This one is in here. Yeah, it's cute. Tuna's watching the screen again. I don't have my phone handy, or I would post a picture of it. It's pretty cute. Right now singing the song of his people in the hallway because I am late for dinner, but he had breakfast not long ago. Why is the food always gone? It was so sweet. Started crying. She was so great. That's how we started watching your Saturday videos. Didn't know about Twitch. She was just the best. She was just the best cat. She was so chill. Territorial void size. Oh, lots of these are up today. Loved hearing the purrs. You remember she used to like get up on my lap on stream and then just like demand to like rub her face in the microphone and purr into it, and I would just let her do it for a little while. She'd be like, listen, I need to speak to my people. She loved that. Yeah, it was good kitty ASMR. I'm glad I have a couple of videos like that one I put at the end of the news video of her purring. Because it's nice to have a recording of the sound so that you don't have to, you know, it's nice to be able to go back and listen to that if I want to. Yeah, I miss her too. Miss me. Good luck finding rares up in this zone, huh? Yeah, she did good speeches. She would take a break. She was there in your chair. Missed that. She would just sit on like the arm of it, or she would get really comfy in the seat of it, and then I would come back and I wouldn't be able to like scoop her off of it, so I would just kind of crouch on the floor for a while before I could move her back onto my lap. She loved stream. She would get cranky on my days off that I wasn't, like she'd try to like escort me into the office to come stream because she really liked it that I would just sit down at a regular time and do the same thing, and the lap was available, and she would, like, she loved stream. A&L Black Star. She's in a cave? Or is she? Is it this cave? Yes. Yes, it is. Time for work. Come on, Ma. Licky treats aren't gonna buy themselves. That girl loved a licky treat. I have a video that's kind of hard to watch now because it's from her last day, and I'm like crying in it because it was her last day. But I was giving her a licky treat, and Moose and Tuna and Tiki were all kind of like wanting some, so they were kind of like on all sides of her trying to get some, and I'm like fending them off to make sure that Kira gets all of it. And she didn't really mind having them around her as long as she was getting the treat. She was winning. That was for her. I mean, it's nice because it has all of them in it, but it's hard because I'm like sobbing. We're gonna do this one. Maybe. These ones are fun. The whole gang is specialist girl. This way. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Toonie, it's not a real bug. Mr. Tuna. Try to film Louie, not just take photos. Second year's done little meows and stuff. Yeah, I don't think I have any recordings of Kira's like good morning meow, and I wish I'd gotten one. He wanted the little burster that was on screen. He was trying to go for it. He waited that one out. Hello, Kinrail. How you doing? One of my cats is a morning cuddler. I have to sit at my computer, give him all the pets and love, and then he'll settle in my lap. Both of the kittens are both like lover boys. They're both real snuggly. Tiki is a slightly bitier version of Snuggly. Like, he just gets worked up and excited. He just has a lot of energy, so sometimes I have to, like, he'll get on my lap and he'll cuddle and it's super cute, but I have to keep my hands away from his face because he'll just be like, he'll want to love bite my hands, but he does it kind of hard. Just chomp. He's chompy. Tuna's very gentle. Tiki's got a little life and a little fire. I have nostalgia fuel. Decided to level a dwarf hunter on retail. Nice. Toonie. You don't need to catch my mount. You want to sit on my lap? It's warm. It's nice and warm. Wouldn't you like that? Hi, baby. Hi, buddy Tuna. Tuna makes biscuits with his whole arms. He lifts his whole arm up from the shoulder to alternate them to make biscuits. It's so cute. Yeah, that's a good place to lay down. It's nice and warm, buddy. I think I found a rare and I missed it. Let's go back. Also going for no heirlooms, doing only quests. Made it on a low pop realm. Nice. That's the way to do it. That's the stuff. Nope, this is not up. Okay. Did I really not find any of these other ones? I feel like that urge gets me every once in a while, and then I make a Night Elf Hunter. It's all fun and games until I realize I have Night Elf Hunters. Been doing the quest for the Farak axe that I finally got to drop, but oh my. Does it want a bunch of materials? I forget if that one needed you to, like, make it with, like, expensive stuff. I feel like it was a lot of gold. I have vague memories of our paladin getting it, our Ret paladin, and then us having to, like, loan him gold or give him gold so that he could actually get the legendary. Because it was a player that kind of notoriously doesn't have a lot of gold. Okay, this guy I can do, but I need to... I can do it on this character. I need to do it with all cooldowns. Main is my Night Elf Hunter and Priest. Just got bored of looking at the same model for ages. Yeah. Thank you, Angela. It is tough. It does suck. Tuna, don't step on the power button. We miss her a lot. I have like a little... It's not really a shrine, but I have like some pictures of her in a frame. It has her paw print in it, but the paw print came out so poorly. I have it kind of like inside the frame, so you can't see it, but I know it's there. And then I put that up next to her food bowl, which I thought I was going to reuse for these guys, but that's... It feels to me that that's her food bowl. And I'm just going to keep it to remember her, and it's like a little Kira shrine I can visit. We're going to try this. I gotta figure out which thing specifically hurts really bad. So I know when to pop my coolies. I have a betta fish behind me. I have a female betta fish. Her name is Lettuce. And there's also a mystery, or not a mystery snail, there's a Nerite snail in there somewhere. There's also an off-screen tank to my right that has some cherry shrimp, and then I have a 20-gallon long in my living room that has Harlequin rasbora and an epistogramma. So there's my cooldowns. And then a variety of hitchhiker snails that I've been, not like encouraging, but not discouraging. I've been kind of enjoying the hitchhiker snails. I have ram's horn snails in my main tank, and then I have, I want to say Malaysian trumpet snails. It's a pointy one. I only just spotted it in this tank, the invert tank. All freshwater. I'm like a big fan of easy, straightforward freshwater fish. I know I've never shown the shrimp tank. I'm kind of hoping it like, I don't know, like improves. Like I'd like for them to get started as a colony. They're doing fine, but they're just kind of like doing. It's got. I think the tank has to mature more. It doesn't look super special. It looks fine. It's got a big clump of Java fern in the middle of it. 19. Love cherry shrimp. Got some of my lemon tetra tank. Hard to keep alive as shrimplets. Tetras kept eating them. Yeah. I've had them with fish a few times, and every single time my shrimp go missing and my fish get suspiciously fat, even when it's a fish that's supposed to be fine with them. So this tank is my version of I am giving up on keeping them with literally any fish. It is an invert-only tank. Nobody's hunting the shrimpies. And I'm hoping that I can actually get them established. But we'll see. I got like a set of shrimp, but they seem kind of old. They had like super big like rusty looking racing stripes on them for cherry shrimp, which I've been told can be a sign of great age. I don't know. We'll see if any of them get egnant, as they say. It's not supposed to be hard, but we'll see. Kneading techniques seem to be up to personal preference. One of my cat curls in, sucks the blanket while kneading. The other one does it standing up, fully straight-legged. I love Tuna's stomps. They're very cute. He was sitting... I have a Squishmallow, it's like a dinosaur of some kind. It's got like little horns. And it's on my couch as like a couch cushion. And that's fine. And Tuna was kneading on my lap, and then he was kind of like nibbling at Jerome, which is the name of the Squishmallow with like the little horns on it. And then he started trying to like suck on the horns, and I think he thought that they were like nipples, like he was trying to get milk out of them. I was like, you're a baby. You're too big for that. That's not gonna work. That's a Squishmallow. It was cute though. I have a little video. He's on my lap right now. I'm getting nice and warm. He's purring. Tuna's purring. It looks like we actually cleared out most of the rares in Netherstorm today. That's not bad. I feel like they came kind of fast. Hi. Hi, Toonie. Oh, yeah. You comfy? He's like rolling on his back. He's got big black spots on his belly, and they look like big buttons. Oh, he's like upside down kneading on my arm above him. Oh my god, that's cute. My buddy. Both kittens are very cute. All cats are cute. Tuna's like weapons grade cute. I feel like he knows it too. He's just like the ultimate baby. Moose used to be the baby of the house, and I swear that the day that we brought Tuna home, Moose kind of like immediately assumed uncle role, and hasn't like been acting as baby since. And Tuna has slid into the baby of the house role. He knows he's the youngest. Oh yeah, I don't have enough kicks for this. That's right. This reduces your damage done and makes this take a very long time. This one was actually easier on my warrior. Forgot about that. It is technically an elite, but it's not a super dangerous one. It's just long. If you don't have enough kicks for it anyway. I probably shouldn't let him stack up stacks before I kick if it's available. I'm just kind of like lost in thought. You ever fight a rare for so long that you get kind of bored and you just like, your mind wanders off? Nothing for that. Fear doesn't touch it either. It has to be an interrupt. Literally every time, but I'm a holy priest, so no DPS. Both of my cats started flopping on their back or side, making air biscuits. Mom also likes to take biscuits out of my legs with her claws out. Oh, ow. Ouchie. That's perhaps Tiki's most ouchie habit, is Tiki likes to make biscuits on my neck. On the inside part of my neck. With not much claws, but enough claws on sensitive enough skin, and he likes to do it in the middle of the night when I'm asleep. And it would be really cute if it wasn't so surprising and painful. Hello, how's WoW today? WoW's going alright. We're getting lots of rare kills in today. Doing the rounds looking for rares that might drop mounts, which is to say all of them. Hoping to get lucky. Try this one more time, and then we can go look through Herondar. Sounds good, yeah. We got lucky yesterday. Hoping to continue the winning streak. And we were just talking about kitties. I've got my baby kitten on my lap, and he's falling asleep and being real cute. It's distracting. You got your motor going. It's hard for me not to cuddle them too much when they're like this, because they'll stay put longer if I don't. You can pet them, but like if you overly pet them, they're gonna get up and leave, and it's so hard not to because they're so cute. I just want to squish them. Squish that cat. Okay, so we want to go to Herondar, and there's like a little baby portal that'll take us right there. That's nice.
If we deal with that problem, the elders will be more favorable with us. Take a Grimlings. They are always up for a meal.
Alright. So if there's any rares or any world quests... Ooh, the Grimlings one was a good one. I'm very close to getting enough rep to finish the Heronir rep and to get them out. Or not finish it, but get it to 19 to get them out. So any world quest we can do will help. Let's mount the Grimlings. I've actually been known to fall asleep during long fights. You fell asleep? If I get really bored during raid farm, I have a tendency to like lose my train of thought and just like kind of get distracted and then perform a little less good. A little too much squirrel brain. Oh, where's up? Hi, Astra. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. That's worth... Oh, no rep, because I've done it before. No. Oh well. Let's do the rare. What do they want for the special assignment? That one is a, like a bombing run quest, I think. That one's not too bad. Alright, we made it. One mount, please. This one makes me feel bad every time because he's so sleepy. He's found the sunny side of like a big pillar and he's just so tired. It's bad luck to wake up a sleeping kitty. I too have fallen asleep mid-key back in my bad sleep schedule days. I'll never forget how committed you were to PvP back in the day. Didn't you have a phase where you resolved that you were not going to ride a flying mount until you reached a PvP goal? Was that a thing? I remember something like that. Astonishing commitment. I did, yeah. Video of your settings and game add-ons? Not anything recent. I do have a list of my add-ons. The main one that is modifying what you see here is Plater for nameplates. And then I have Dialogue UI for quests, for like just dialogue interface. There's my add-on list. Graphics settings aren't anything special. I turn a lot of things down, to be honest with you, just for performance while streaming. Fix the difference in speed between Legacy Flying and Dragon Flying? I see. I don't know if I agree. Static flying has a couple of advantages in terms of being able to idle in the air, so if you take away the speed advantage, it may kind of invalidate dragon riding because you can do it much more precisely. I'm not going to ride a flying mount until I get glad. Did eventually burn out hard in PvP because I was in the home office playing 100+ matches a day. With that went my little self-imposed challenge. I always appreciated the grit and the determination. I do think sometimes wisdom is just kind of like learning to let go, though. I certainly did. I never got glad. Did last about a season and a half. Some great memories. Shout out Ben and SK for a lot of that. It's possible that there would be more motion sickness from static flying if you increase the speed on it too much as well. I do see what you're saying. There is something there. Let's try this one. I feel like this is a rare I don't see up all that often. Prefer steady flight for the most part. Just wish they'd have me auto switch when I fight a boss that requires dragon flying. Yeah. Couple of sky shards. I've got 43 of them on this character. I wonder how close I mean, I know I'm not close. I think I have like 15 of them in my bank. But if I actually like went and cleared every sky shard and Vile Essence that's on my characters into my bank, it's possible I could be closer than I think. Oh, this runner's up too. Don't mind if I do. For a Saturday morning, I feel like I've been getting very lucky finding all of these up. Sometimes when the zones are busier, it's harder to get kills, but not today. For steady flight, for when I'm trying to mine or gather herbs, makes it a lot easier. I was turning steady flight on for something specific. I forget what it was. There was something that I really preferred it for, kind of towards the end of the last expansion. I forget what it was, though. Nightmare Prey? No. Although that is a valid thing. It is an advantage to be able to idle in the air
Take to the
safely
skies
during
and
Nightmare
watch the
Prey.
daylight bloom.
No, it was something at the end of The War Within. It may not come to me. Ooh, okay, so this is a scary elite. I don't want to fight it, though. Not Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker sometimes, but Dawnbreaker I could handle with skywriting. It was an outdoor farm. I don't think it was the rares, because that doesn't really make sense. No, it wasn't Irving. And it wasn't the bee and wolf farming either. No, not dirt piles. Maybe I've just forgotten, or maybe it was never a thing to begin with and my brain is just manufacturing memories. Today I learned that Guardian and Feral Druid artifact weapons lied about what druids could equip. Uh-oh. I'm gonna run out of cooldowns. I'm only halfway through this mob. I wonder if that's gonna be a problem. The bird I can do. Stumpy still gets me, though. I say the bird I can do. It's not done yet. Today I learned, or another thing that, or today, that recently became a problem. Another thing that recently became a problem. Since midnight, when I hit log out, want a character switch in the air, my character just drops down like a rock. Died more than once to it. Ooh. That's terrifying. I hadn't heard of that one. Let's check for Tarek, and then we can maybe do the special assignment while we're out here. No, that's a raid. Or a dungeon. I feel like I'm bad at remembering where Tarek's cave even is. It's like up on the ledge. It is up right now. Yeah, it's up on the ledge and then in the cave. That's the problem, if I get stuck kind of down below. Here it is. Come on, mount drop. One mount, please. Ogvoker flamed me for not being top DPS when I complained the tank wasn't taunting and trying to solo bosses. I'm a frost mage. Oh dear. There's no accounting for people. All I'll say is well-adjusted people don't flame people in video games regardless of what happens, so I wouldn't worry about it. Let's do this.
To think that Eversong's light would wreak such havoc in Harindar.
Oh, I already have some of this done because of the mobs that I did, or the rare, or whatever. Something. If this is it, that's pretty exciting. Oh, that was terrible. I'm missing. Tuna, you getting up? How are you doing? You getting comfy? You wanna see my little nugget? What? Muffin. They'll just send me around and around forever. I don't have to do this in any particular hurry. Herondar has the best music this expansion. It's pretty good.
Well
There we go.
done. Yet we must remain
200
vigilant
Haranti
so the
rep.
Lightbloom does not spread again.
Another cash for a couple thousand gold, which is good. Yeah, flying mount available. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go buy that one right now. I feel like I want to keep riding the rare mounts around as long as I'm rare farming, but I'm very excited for this Cerulean Spore Glider. It's like one of the best ones. And it took me ages to finish because I never got out here and do stuff, apparently. Nice. Hi, sleepy baby. You're just a little fluff ball. How did you get so soft? There you go. Thank you. Is it here? Yes. Nice, okay. Oh yeah, I haven't learned Munchie yet either, but we're a little short on Marl. One Cerulean Spore Glider for me. Oh, there's a huge weapon arsenal. Man. Two dog walkers just had an issue with their dogs outside, and I swear to God, Louis rolled his eyes at me. Watching them from the window like some sort of medieval noble. It's like the pet version of having a catty reality TV. Louis is watching his real dog wives. Of whatever, wherever you live. Oh, I might need to reload. Also, my bags are getting messy. I loved seeing which windows had cats in them reliably whenever I would go walking my dog. Or just like out for walks. And I would always check that window for a cat whenever I walked by. And I was always vaguely like tickled by the idea that whenever I walk by one of those windows that has a cat just lounging in it, I'm on cat TV. I'm famous to the cats. Thank you very much. It's my big cameo. It's my moment. It's my moment in the sun. Wow, not that collected for just a rep mount, huh? Holy. Oh, it's so pretty. Yo, these are my colors. Oh, it looks so nice flying too. That has lovely animations. I love the barrel roll. New Kitten loves when people interact with him at the window, wants to make friends with all the people. Okay. We have, I guess I'll ride it around for like a little bit. I got more rares to check. Yeah, this is gorgeous. I should have ground that one out sooner. Yeah, it might be the same Skelly. I love those colors though. Get rid of some of this blue stuff. We have a lot of it here. You know what? I'm not using the coach whistle. I'm just not. I have better trinkets. Oh, it's myth track though. I should keep it until the end of the expansion just in case. Or at least the end of the patch. Hello. Asha, how are you? Not disenchanting blues. Tuna, you're falling off, buddy. You're gonna roll off my lap. He's just like lounging on his back with his little feet. He's so cute. Yeah, you gotta sort yourself out, dude. You're turning into a puddle of cat. You know what you are right now is you're a tuna melt. There we go. There you go. You gotta get back in the center part of the lap with the leg support. Hi. Hi. Okay. About 1,300 gold we get to keep. Oh, hey, rare. Maybe this will give me a mount. Could happen. The Heronir mounts are the Petal Wing and... I forget. Is it a pangolin or is the pangolin the Amani one? You think the pangolin would be the Amani one? I have to look at them again. I forget what the options are. Any luck? No, not that time. Now, Pango is Zillimon. Those two are Zillimon. Oh, it's a Grimlynx. That's right. I wouldn't mind that either. The Petal Wing or the Grimlynx. It's a ground mount, but like, it's nice. Playing Witcher 3 with a mod that lets you change characters. My horse just randomly changed models to a unicorn. Nice. This was not supposed to be part of the mod. Listen, no one ever expects miracles. You gonna get on the desk? Where do you want to be, baby? What's my tuna getting up to? He wants to sleep on the desk and press buttons. Okay, we're heading to check these two. I feel like I've gotten through the rows really fast today, but I'm still in my first character. I have 2 whole more characters that I could use. I guess this is my last zone for this character. Once I've checked on these guys, I can swap to my warrior and kind of do it all over again. Perhaps I should start in Voidstorm just in case we get super lucky and get the other Voidstorm mount. Tuna's kind of leaning on the stream deck, so if the scene changes, I'll hopefully notice and fix it. I'm so sleepy. Bless you. Try these two. Well, I don't really need to try Stumpy because I can't kill him anyways, but we can look for Chironex and Mind Rot. And then maybe Annulus? Annulus is tough too. Kitty ears. Oh, look down. I thought he was gonna be main charactering for a second. Any rare? No, not right now. Do not bite my mouse cable. Do not. You may not. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unhand my mouse. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. He's carrying it with him. I know it's called a mouse. You don't have to hunt it. It's so tasty. It's a G600. It's a rare delicacy these days. That is an endangered species. It's the only one I have left. It's one buttery lobster. Yeah, I'll check this last one and then I'll take this character home and get in my warrior and see what we can smash through. See if we get lucky in our last hour of stream. Oh, it is up! Alright, let's wing a few cooldowns and see if we can squeeze this guy. It's like a lot of little rares, or little ads that I kind of wouldn't mind killing first. Alright, we got this. I just popped Vampiric Embrace like immediately. No faith. 0% faith. hit any extras if you can avoid it. It's nice if you can kick the muck, but it's not. My kicks doesn't come up that often. Okay, kind of running out of ways to survive. I'm a little worried that our friend might win. Let me spam heal a little bit. I've used my health pot. I've used my whatchamacallit, prayer. Prayer's back up in another 30 seconds. Earthquake's not so bad. We can fade. Oh, there's somebody here. Okay. We're saved. It's always a little tiny bit dicey. Alright, nice. Any luck? No. Got a shield. Main class. Probably priest. Yeah, it's priest. What am I talking about? Of course it's priest. What do I mean probably? Silly how rare the rares are. At least I have an excuse to kill them. All expansion for coffer keys. Yeah, it seems like getting all the mounts is going to be a big project. Check this like one more time since I'm like over here. It doesn't take very long to kind of fly by. And they respawn so fast that it like literally might be up. Check this one and then that one. I've been gearing up a warrior to maybe mess with next season. No. One more look and then we really will switch characters. This is the character I've done the most Mythic Plus on this season, and if I do hit 3,400, it'll probably be on this character. If I get like a 15 Magister's Terrace done, and then maybe like I bet like a few more, like 1 or 2 more 16s, that would probably do it. Shocked I don't have a 16 Pit of Sauron yet. We've tried it a couple of times and things just kept happening. We tried it that night that the servers were having real issues, and that like iced it for us, which is really disappointing because that's a very timeable key. Took me all 16s but 1 to get it. Oh really? I was hoping we could get away without all of them. I guess we'll see. 2842. Just need a little more. Squeeze a little more. Finally 1 of 8. Grats. Thank you. We got our augmented storm ray from Netherstorm yesterday. First time ever getting 3K. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I like hanging out with Tuna. It's nice. So, Northrend Dungeon. Iced. There's a pun. Let's do... I'm going to do Voidstorm Rares first. On my warrior. That's what I'm going to do. Look at her. Look at these plushies. Look at these swords. Love it. I wonder if I'm going to spend any tender in June on Monday. I guess it won't be until Wednesday because I don't stream Monday, Tuesday. I'll be back on Wednesday and I'll be back an hour or 2 late Wednesday because we have we got vet in the morning for the babies. Yeah, she's a vibe. Those toy weapons are my favorites. Toonie. Leave the cables alone, baby. Tuna's especially bitey about stuff right now because I think he's teething. He's just getting the last of his baby teeth out his mouth. He's gonna press a button. You're so fluffy. Hey. Do a little lap. See what we can find. If we get the... Let me remind myself what it's called. It's another Harrower mount. Sanguine Harrower. If we get the Sanguine Harrower from Voidstorm Rares, then we can take Voidstorm off of our rare rotation altogether. And that... Wouldn't that be something? I feel like there's more that aren't being shown on my map. Yeah, there they are. Gotta turn it on and back off again a little bit. Any void size? Yeah, I bet if they added more colors actually of the like the toy weapons with the plushies on them, I bet I would get more of them. Purple's great. I like the purple ones. They go with my sweatsuit real nice, but I would probably collect them. Just a big fan of something silly like that, especially when it's like a melee weapon. There's something so funny to me about a Fury Warrior doing as much damage as she can while being a gnome with pigtails and plushies on her swords. It just works for me. It just does it. Oh, hey, Federer. I wasn't getting so lucky so far. Love more types too. Don't think they made a two-handed sword. I want one. Yeah, Pal needs it. Seems like a good trading post project. No luck there. Sitting on about 1750 marl, which isn't nothing. I think the next thing I'm saving marl for, now that I have the mounts I wanted, might be purple transmog. I'm not 1000% sure, to be honest. Anything interesting in Trading Post next month? Not to me personally. They're doing kind of like a Tauren Sunwalker theme. There's lots of Tauren themed weapons. There's a couple of eagle mounts. One is the fill the bar reward, which is nice, so we'll get at least one color of it for free. I think it's going to be a big tender saving month for me. Holy Warrior of Justice and blah blah blah, and they're wielding a wooden sword with scribbles on it. Waiting for Halloween. I haven't looked at what the new Midsummer stuff is, but I heard there's new Midsummer stuff coming next patch. Saving month, very good for me and my tendies. I never mind saving, but I would love to get a good spendy month. Or maybe I should just start being a little looser with it. The last really good one for me was like November with the food themed weapons and stuff, like the corn and the peppers and everything, like the baguette. I gotta make a manga like those actually. Now that I remember those, I gotta get those going again. Oh my gosh, those were so good. Next flower transmog set probably for you. Maybe. Maybe. The Cartographer Elysium, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. I have been known to pick up the occasional floral log. Can't lie. My mouse is a Logitech G600 MMO mouse with the 12-button grid under the thumb. When it eventually dies, I have a Corsair version of the same thing. I forget what it's called, but that's my backup that I would have to adjust to if this one dies, because these aren't so easy to get a hold of anymore. They used to be super available and super cheap, but I think they got discontinued and they're more niche now, and it'll be time to say goodbye. Eventually. Hyperspeed MMO mouse, good. I heard the Red Dragon ones aren't bad. That, I think, is what Flabby's using, so that's also a reasonable backup. I'm not too fussy about the details. I just need like a good solid 12-button grid. I used to use the third mouse button the G600s have, but I don't have them bound anymore. So I won't miss it because I'm not using it. Absolutely getting floral sets next patch just for the tops. I know that there's the flower crown. I guess I didn't look at what other floral gear is coming. Have to have a look at it. Also using Red Dragon. Took some getting used to. Really like it now. Yeah. Hi, Dooney. Hi, baby. You want to get comfy? Here, do you need me to make a little room? Let's go look for the rares up in the spicy area. Nah, it's okay. Did you hear about the Wowhead layoffs? I only heard about this yesterday. Apparently Zam laid off like a ton of people. And like Perk is no longer with them. And it kind of... The articles have gotten weird lately, man. The vibes are off. I'm still, I think, gonna use it because the database is kind of irreplaceable, but... Ugh. I'm so sad. Yeah, she's been working for, like, she's been holding that down for a long time. Yeah, people have been talking about switching to Icy Veins. And I checked out their new interface, and I don't mind it. But I skimmed a few articles, and as much as they say that their writers are not using Gen AI to write the articles, a lot of them felt very Gen AI to me. And I don't want to bother reading something that nobody bothered writing. Whether it's Wowhead or Icy Veins or whoever. Like, call me old, whatever. I'm not here for it. Narissa and Ashlyn have a new site. Tons of achievement-related timers, which is cool. Is that today in WoW, or is that a different one? 3 out of 8 here so far? Nice. Hoping for number 2 myself. Cancelled Wowhead Premium, switched over to Icy Veins. Yeah, if I had Wowhead Premium, I would cancel it too. I don't love the direction. Been a good thing for a long time. And I don't think the Wowhead comments, which are like the most useful part of Wowhead, like the database and the comments are likely still going to continue to be useful.
It is vital to our mission that you secure it.
But I know not everybody used Wowhead for the articles, but I found the reporting really useful once upon a time, and it's not it anymore.
Here, the very
Thoughtbot owned by Zam too.
chaotic and malformed.
Yeah.
We could use your help studying the residue of such anomalies.
Oh, Revengerous is up. Did I decide that I could do this on my warrior? I forget. I know I decided that I can't do it on my hunter. Yeah, I remember that article. We talked about it on stream, I'm pretty sure, because I remember reading it and I was like, what? It was that one, and then it was like, does player housing need player power? And I'm like, oh my. That is a take. You know, I don't mind publications publishing wacky opinion articles, but please flag them as such. Goodness. I was so mad. The classic lead writer was the one who wrote it. Yeah. The vibes are just not it. I think I'm going to skip Revengerous. I think he's going to win, to be honest with you. I don't think I have that. Icy Veins casts a huge net for the games they cover. Not sure you can keep high quality. Yeah. The guides, I'm sure... The guides for Icy Veins and Wowhead, like the class guides, have always been as good as the guide writers. And there's a lot of great guide writers out there. So I feel like those are still valid on kind of both sites, depending on who you're following for your stuff. I know those people also tend to post a lot of stuff on Discord. I'm just awful at navigating Discord. I really don't like navigating Discord for information like that. I'd much rather use a webpage. But I might have to learn. All the housing is dying stuff breaks my brain. Shocking news in. People engaged more when we were waiting for a new expansion. Yeah. I think housing is doing fine. I don't know what we... expected, like, I don't know how much people expected average gamers to engage in housing during, like, the active season. I think it's doing its role just fine. Some people are just, like, happily decorating their lives away. Some people are just kind of, like, adjusting it every now and then and stopping back for good vibes. Some people will work on it more in the downtime and treat it more as, like, a collecting thing or, like, a trophy room. The beautiful thing about housing is it can be whatever you want, and there's nothing wrong with not engaging with it if it's not your thing. I don't think we expected people to spend the same amount of time in it once Midnight actually came out. Or at least we shouldn't have done. Housing is for me and all the times that I don't want to update the Sims mods. Yeah, achievement hunting, mount farming, it's a downtime event. Part of the struggle is that there's not as much downtime as there used to be. Their new content release schedule is making downtime kind of endangered. It's not as easy to find as it once was. But I think they're either going to slow down the content release, or more people are just going to get pickier about what content they engage in. Like, if you miss downtime activities and you're feeling overwhelmed by all of, like, the mainline activities, people are just going to start skipping main stuff in favor of down stuff. People have done that for a long time, but I'm definitely getting pickier about what I do. I am no longer doing everything by default, which is fine. Not a problem. It's just a mindset shift. Like to stop in occasionally, add a new place, renovate slightly. Yeah, just kind of like having your own place. Exactly. People don't, like, overhaul their real homes every single week. Most people. One of these days I'm gonna set up a kitchen. I did see, speaking of things that I did see on Wowhead in the articles, I saw that highlight of Epiphania's Friends apartment, like a facsimile of the set from the Friends sitcom, and that was very well done. That was really cool. I got a big kick out of clicking through all the images. Yeah, that looked really good. Haven't touched the fishing stuff in Zillimon yet. Too much to do. Yeah. That's a good one. That one will be waiting. Am I stuck in combat with something? Who is it? People who are able to recreate famous images or paintings with just, like, rugs and bookshelves. Yeah, that's, like, wild. That's so crazy to me. I'm pleased whenever I use an object as something other than what that object is literally labeled for, but I'm not painting with them. One thing I feel like I don't gravitate towards for my own house is doing things via clipping and dyeing and whatnot that look better in a screenshot than they look in motion. Like, I want to be able to, like, open my doors and have them look normal and, like, move around the place and not have things look crazy from a different angle. Like, sure, I do have some platforms sticking out the bottom of my desk that are approximating my keyboard right now. But for the most part, I want things to kind of, like, they don't have to be, like, on label for the thing that it is, but I don't want the illusion to fall apart if I, like, move my character. And I don't think all of them do or anything, but if somebody's already fighting Stumpy, then I can help. Someone did Van Gogh's Starry Night, and I was like, wow. Scrolled through a huge mural of Xal'atath from the point of view of beneath her feet, which, whatever, but it was really impressive. Oh, I blew my kick. Made a cool living room I'm very proud of, even if it's not Van Gogh. I think there's something pretty cool about doing something original as well. Like, it's cool, and in my opinion, it's a little bit easier to copy off of a reference. I had a much easier time doing my office that looks like this room than I did doing any room that was based off of just imagination. But the original ones I feel like are really cool. rare has a mount drop chance. Every rare could drop a mount. There's 2 mounts per zone, and they could drop from any rare in the zone. So that's what we're after. We've gotten 1 of 8 so far. We're hoping for number 2. Not sure if mine is original, but it's focused and looking lived. Let's kind of fly around this way. Toonie, what are you doing? Something silly. Come back in my lap. There you go. Hi, buddy. There you go. That's nice. Made a nice window. A little difficult because I don't know perspectives. Man, what if I get all my sky shards just from doing this? It could happen. I've got 15 hanging out here. And then 1 file essence. Keep them handy. I don't know if this is worth it. I feel like it's not, but I know there's other people around. If other people show up, then it's worth it. I'll kind of clear a little space and see if anyone wanders by. It's a Saturday morning. People might. Could happen. Don't really notice too much of a difference between Canadian and US accents. It's not... You're gonna get more... It's more regional. So, like a West Coast BC accent is going to sound very similar to a Seattle accent because they're not that far apart geographically. You'll tend to get stronger accents the farther away you get from cities. So if you speak to somebody from BC, which is my province, and they're from like a really, really rural area, they're more likely to have a stronger accent and more like regional aphorisms and whatnot. I don't know. There's a few words that I say a little bit differently, but I think for the most part I just sound like a Pacific Northwestern person. Yeah, go find some newfies. Yeah, the accents vary a lot. You'll get a different accent from French Canada and then a different one from Eastern Canada and the Maritimes. I also feel that Ontario kind of has its own like Eastern Canada, Toronto seems to sound a bit different than like Victoria, Vancouver to me. Ah, what the heck. In the UK, Van Gogh, pronounced Van Gogh. Guess that makes sense. Kind of like the GH in cough. I can do this on my warrior. I wasn't sure. Turns out we can. Takes a health pot, but that's alright. Dialect very different in the prairies than BC. I've always wondered if Vancouver Island is any different dialect-wise than the mainland. Because most people that I know on the island, and certainly myself, we don't spend a lot of time on the mainland. Like, we're certainly not geographically far, but a lot of islanders I know just stay on the island and they don't go very far from home. And maybe I'm projecting because that's me. Learned I've been saying Regina incorrectly for the city in Saskatoon. Is it not Regina? We always said Regina in school and no one ever corrected us. It is Regina. Yeah, it sounds vaguely similar to a different word. Pronounced it Regina. Like Regina Phalange. Only island time I've had is on Salt Spring and it's different. I love Salt Spring. We had our honeymoon there. People on those islands don't. They're dialed into how they want to live their life. They are on island time for sure. Moved from Kelowna to just outside Regina for work and housing. A good friend of mine owns a shop on Salt Spring. Oh, nice. What do they sell? I get seeds and sometimes soap from Salt Spring. Clothes. Nice. As a lifelong SK native, city is how you pronounced it. Long I. Kind of a hippie store. Awesome though. That's the best. That's the best kind of business to run out there. I love the place that I live. I love Vancouver Island so much. I'm never leaving again. You can't pay me. There's no job that pays enough to tempt me away from here. I won't do it. Okay, what are we doing? I was able to do this mob on my priest, so it follows that my warrior can probably do it. If I'm gonna do it with all of those ads, I should probably kind of go in hot with like some cooldowns in AoE. Learned Lush's NA headquarters is from BC. Yeah, I think Lush along with Lululemon started in Vancouver and Aritzia. All three have migrated a little far from their roots. Still mall standards. Also, I can't sit here and hate on Lululemon because I do yoga in their leggings. I like them. They're comfy for me. Fight me. Heard some comic joking about someone getting lost, asking someone where they were. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. They're so lost, don't speak English. Club Penguin up until Disney bought him. Originally from Kelowna. Really? That I didn't know. Long ago. I was a mod. That was a little piece of internet history. I'm kind of honored that you made it to my stream. No luck there. That used to be like a meme about people saying that they got banned from Club Penguin. Can you say that you were one of the people banning people from Club Penguin? Because that's excellent. That's phenomenal. Disney bought us. We all got a big signing bonus and a few laptops. Alright, Rare. One man, please. Yeah, I bet. That doesn't surprise me one bit. Don't really watch MDI. I've turned it on once or twice out of curiosity, but I don't leave it on very long. This one's up. Treetop. Oh, that's fine. The main thing I know about Walla Walla, Washington is Walla Walla sweet onions, which I have occasionally bought accidentally when I was intending to purchase normal onions. And you try to make a savory soup with a sweet onion. You can do it, but it's not going to be what you thought it was going to be. Town here in California named Zizix. Just heading straight to the bottom end of the alphabetical list.
An immense creature. Slay it and preserve
What is
Harrenhal.
this? World boss? Oh, world boss. I'm not doing that for 40 marl. The rare I will do. Bug Scuffle, Tennessee. Lived in Saskatoon all my life. It may be named strange, but it's nice. I don't think it's named that strange. We have Saskatoon berries here. Those are yummy. Toonie, what are you doing? He's just laying on my lap on his back with all 4 feet up. Just kind of grabbing at stuff. Sweet onion's good for French onion soup? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe the extra sugar would help them, like, caramelize easier. I feel like I mean, I'll try these rares one more time. But then we can do Eversong and Zulaman. You actually seen one of these rare mounts? Yeah, I got one yesterday. I got this one from Voidstorm. That was my first one. I'm 1 out of 8. I like them better than blueberries. I like blackberries, and we have bajillions of them around here, but I need to actively, like, rip up blackberry vines so that they don't, like, obscure my house, like, in that one scene from Sleeping Beauty. Feels like Maleficent is summoning them. They're so invasive, and they're so hard to get rid of because they're thorny and they root really deep. But they're delicious. But help you if they try to take over your land. When I'm playing a tank and the group pulls mobs for ya. Yeah, blackberry's good. Blackberry pie is one of my favorite fruit pies. Or just fruits for a pastry in general. I don't play ball, unfortunately. I cannot say that I hoop. Happens while you're with a group of mobs. Yeah, people get impatient. Must have played volleyball. Are you the adults from my childhood? Do I look tall on camera? Shockingly, I know, for somebody who is streaming World of Warcraft in their 30s, I was not an athletic child. I know that's hard to believe, that I wasn't an athlete. But kind of a geek. A little bit of a band geek. A little bit of a bookworm. Yeah, I feel like it takes a little bit more than the height. Thank you, though. I think it's a compliment. I appreciate you believing in my athletic future. I am somewhat lacking in the coordination and stamina. I don't know what's going on. Oh, dear. Let's go check for Coral Fang. I don't have sneakers. I wear a lot of hiking shoes. I go hiking. I have big feet. They're not that big. I have Crocs. I'm kind of jealous. You have like Crocs? I went to buy some once because I was kind of nostalgic for them and I was like, those would be fun just to have to throw on and go in the yard. And then I'm like, when did they become expensive? What do you mean? So I got like off-brand foam slides because I refused to pay more than like $12 for a pair of foam shoes. Crocs. And they work fine. But they're not Crocs. I was gonna get some water shoes because my big dream is to do more outdoor swimming this summer. I've been once already. I did go in the lake. I did swim. I'm gonna do it again. But it wouldn't hurt to have water shoes just to protect the feet. My 30s getting strong. I am a casual yoga girl at this stage of my life. Hiking, a little yoga, a little swimming. Nothing too crazy. Kind of small for a big dream. Your big dream is the league. My big dream is what I'm living right now. I got a cute house. I got some flowers in my garden. I got a kitten on my lap. I am living. I'm streaming World of Warcraft for a living. I'm at work right now farming rares for mounts. It doesn't get better than this. How are the kitties? I wonder if I can show you. We'll start with that. And then we'll do this. And then urge. This is how we've been living. This is how we've been living for the past hour. Let me see if you can see his feet. Look at his feeties are down here. Also, I'm rolling my wheels over my own gear over here. Sorry, dude. I know, I'm moving you around too much. Tuna's a boy. Tuna is a boy. Both kittens are boys. I got 2 boy cats, a boy dog, and a boy husband. I'm surrounded. I wish I felt that comfortable one time in my entire life. Oh. The secret, it's a heated blanket. It's literally a heated blanket. It's on. You aren't lit. Yeah, Tuna's living. He didn't even move when I scooted my chair all the way out and all the way back in. He didn't even get up. My fish in my office is female, so this is our girls' room. If I close all the animals and I close my door, it can be a no boys allowed room for like half an hour. Imagine him doing that when fully grown. I wonder if he will. I was with you until the boy husband. Yeah. We like him. He's very nice. He carried me this morning. I was slow getting out of bed and I was kind of tired, and I get up and he's already made me breakfast, made coffee, fed the cats, let the dog out. Like, all I had to do was show up and eat. It was amazing. It was really sweet. It was very nice. I should have gotten up earlier and helped. I was just like asleep. You can stay, right? And do something nice for him. Hi, Mr. Sonic Jen. How you doing? Just realized you're doing Fury? I like Fury. Yeah, me too. I started leveling this character as an April Fool's joke. I didn't think I was actually going to play it, and I really like Fury Warrior. I'm going to try it for a season. I think I'm going to raid on it. Well, I might learn arms, but I'm going to raid on a warrior. Who let the dogs out? I think he'd claim the letterboxes as well. Busy morning. There we go. I should make lunch. Dude is purring. He's still on his back. He's got his arms like that, and he's just purring. I can't. I'm gonna die. I'm going to perish. You are so linked to Shadow Priest in my mind. It's gonna be fun watching you play Warrior. Just bought an expensive litter robot for my cat, and he never uses it. Oh no. I know people love the litter robots. Hopefully he warms up to it. Currently leveling my warrior that I never touched since Legion. Only played tank, now leveling with Fury specs. So fun. I'm gonna have to learn arms. I don't think it's hard necessarily. I don't know. Fury just kind of spoke to me first. I swear that having a cat on your lap is just healing for your soul. Or at least it's healing for mine. It like regens my mana bar. Getting lucky finding all these rares up. Leveling a shaman now, they feel powerful. Ooh, what's Becky doing? Sometimes I just lay my head lightly on my cat while he purrs, and I swear it's adding years to my life. Dude, a purring cat is the, like, original definition of good vibes. It's literally good vibes. There was some old, like, urban legend fact that I don't know if it's true or not about the vibrations from cat purrs, like, encouraging healing in injuries. I don't know if it was actual research or just, like, one of those things you read online, but it's a nice thought. Feeling really bad earlier, woke up to Louis next to me, on his back, looking up at me. So cute. He loves you. Enhanced, but I just switched to Ellie to experiment. Both pretty potent at 83. Nice. Let's have a look. No mounts yet today. I'll kind of finish doing one more flyby of these rare spawn points, and then I'll head to Zolomon and take a look for those. I can't believe Tuna's just sleeping on his back like this. Moose sleeps on his back when he's really comfy. And I was happy to see him do it again yesterday, because he's been kind of moping. As understandably. So I was really happy to see him take like a super cozy nap yesterday. Like he looked like he was feeling good. Hi Robo, how you doing today? Happy Saturday. Any luck? No, not that time. Doing good, doing housing stuff. Nice. Haha, beat ya. Just a second quick to the punch. Still got it. Working in my drag race home. Oh, sick. Oh my god, is it gonna have a runway? It has to have a runway. Does it have a workroom? I'm dying. That's excellent. That's perfect. It does. Can we write in lipstick on a mirror, or is that too hard? I feel like that's hard. We are having our competition tomorrow. On May the 31st? I guess it is a weekend. This is fantastic. Ever been to a drag show? No. Largely on account of me almost never ever going to any kind of a bar in general. I'm not really a going out girly. I have seen very few things live. It sounds like a lot of fun. If I wasn't too, like, just terrified to be, like, out in public. Cleaning it up, working on my final AD content. Don't like bars, but I like drag shows. I get anxious when they interact with me, though. Yeah, that would be me. Just generally terrified. Just petrified to be around people in the first place. Need to get me a U.S. National Parks pass this year. Getting out in nature. Always worthwhile. Never something you regret. Assuming you don't get lost. Please stay safe. For me, it shows. I'm like, give me attention. Pick me. It's my birthday. Oh, man. I would be the friend that goes with you to the show and then sits 4 tables away. I don't know her. Oh, man. That's fun. I feel like you're a much better audience member to have there. I need enough excited people around me to balance out my vibe so that I'm not bumming anyone out. I'll socially drink, but it's just to tolerate other people drinking. Can watch it on TV with the same level of interaction, right? Yeah. I feel like that's where I get any and all drag content is like YouTube. For me. Oh, rare. Any mounts? Yeah, you get it. You get it. There were drag queens at BlizzCon the last time I went, which was admittedly a long time ago. And I remember meeting some. And one of them knew me. And I was so excited, but I was also just like I couldn't think of any words. And I didn't want anyone to think that I wasn't excited to meet them. I just 404'd. I did not know what to say. I don't remember anyone's name. What's the first mount that dropped from hers? For me, it was the augmented Stormray. BlizzCon was always kind of like a massive blur of remembering nothing because you meet 500 people in 3 days. And at a certain point, your brain is just kind of fried and going through the motions. It is not my natural environment. No, I don't think I have pictures. I met them at a party. It was at a party in the evening. I'm not doing BlizzCon this year. I might do it 1 year eventually in the future. I'm not making any concrete plans. It's for sure not this year. But I feel like by the time I finally do go back, it's gonna be so weird going back because by then I'll have been gone for 7+ years. It's a lot of time to go by. I'm older now. I wonder if I would approach it any differently. Probably. I would want to go if I knew people that were going kind of thing. If I could meet up with my guildies would be really fun. I don't know if I would want to go if I didn't know anybody ahead of time that was going. Still on the hunt for episode 3. Welcome to judge if you want. Telly and Evie may be joining the next one. Nice. That sounds very fun. I wouldn't hold your breath for me. I haven't taken on an extra project in 10 years. Wouldn't mind doing BlizzCon once. Anaheim about 30 minutes from me if that's where they have it still. I think so. I always say it's definitely for sure worth doing once, whether you know people or not, just for the energy of it. It's a good memory to have if you can manage it. It's expensive, but if you live close, then you don't have to worry about lodging, which takes a lot of the expense out of it, or flights. The actual ticket itself was never the expensive part about BlizzCon. It's traveling to get there and staying and eating and everything. No, I never did San Diego Comic-Con. My friends go. My guildies go every year, I think. Yeah, I'm not in a huge border crossing mood at this moment. I will reevaluate in future years kind of thing. Fly me go to BlizzCon with you? Probably. Arrange some pet sitting and pack them with me. So The worm we can do. The dude we don't want to do. How is Flabby? I think he's good. I think he's having some allergies, which is never fun. We got like a bad pollen season going on right now. We've been gaming. Been doing some keys. We might do some more keys tonight. He's been watching my garbage reality TV with me, which is very sweet of him. I thought this was up. I guess it's not. I shall leave. Are you considering having warriors in main? Yeah, for like a season. I don't think I think of it as like the big like identity shifting news anymore, but I feel like I might rate on it more than priest next season for like the next tier. And then have that, and then also maybe a healer set up, whether it's priest or something else, for keys for next season. Kind of feeling that. Ooh, Faga is in a cave. There he is. Getting burnt out of priest? No, not at all. We just have a lot of healers in my guild this season. Like, we've had a lot of healers join, and there's a lot of people expressing interest in healing, and I haven't DPS'd rages, so I wouldn't mind kind of like taking a turn to step back and try something different. Plus, I feel like it's good for me. I've gotten a little comfy, so it's good to expand my horizons. What mound drops from rares? There are 8 of them. There are 2 per zone. So the one I've been riding, the Augmented Storm Ray, is one of the Netherstorm ones. There's also, this is the other Netherstorm one. And then these 2, Pango and Sharp Talon, are from Zolomon. Grimlynx and Petalwing are from Herondar. And then Hawkstrider and Dragonhawk are from Eversong Woods. And all of those mounts can drop from the rares, any rare in their respective zones. So right now I'm doing Zolomon rares, which means I have a chance at the Eagle or the Pangolin from any of these rares. Dragonhawk, I want. Gimme, gimme. Yeah. You gotta get on those Eversong Woods rares. They're good ones to do. Word on the street is that they're 0.5%, 1 in 200. I don't know if it's true, but sounds reasonable. Let's try it. You're gonna get lucky with some, and you're gonna get unlucky with others if you're aiming for all of them. Used to be obsessive about getting all those mounts, but since I'm so far past the highest mount meta, hard to get as excited. Yeah, I feel that. I used to compete for realm placement and rankings on Data for Azeroth. You can see, like, out of all the mount collectors on your realm, where you rank. And I used to kind of like fighting for position there, basically. But I think I've let that go. I've given up, moved on. I like mount collecting, but I will never have all of them, and that's okay. Still don't have ashes. A zillion tries later. 3 out of 8. No nether egg either. I haven't started nether egg. I'm so scared. I would rather... I'm going to do Vile Essences and Sky Shards before I even start fishing. The fishing seems so awful. She means Voidstorm. What? Did I say Netherstorm again? I swear my brain refuses to accept another similar but not the same name. I think they're both Netherstorm to me. I'm going to be like Grandma calling every game console a Nintendo. Gildy got it in 50 casts. Holy. Color settings. I'll take a look. Here, let's pull up in graphic settings. They're nothing crazy. I have a lot of things disabled. I have shadows turned down. I have liquids and particles turned to like medium. I have my frame rate capped. I keep my gamma at 1.2 instead of 1.0, which kind of like fades and brightens everything a little bit, and that's just personal preference. Makes things a bit easier to see for me. I forget, I used to... Let me take a look at it. That's not what it is. That's WoW. I'm just checking to see if I have any filters. I don't, okay. have put it past me to like saturate the game a little extra in OBS, and I could do that, but I haven't, so that's not part of it. You guys ever see Wow Grandma Does Keys? Mm. Yeah. Bonus points if you called Nintendo. I feel like my grandparents used to have funny names for Pokemon. I don't remember what they called them, but it wasn't Pokemon. They would talk about it. Kill void touch hatchlings. Oh, this guy's up. He's up. It's not a bad grind to do, though, because you're going to get blues that you can vendor. Or save for alts if you want, but I feel like we have so much alt gear that we don't really need it. You're going to get 50 marl per rare, which helps kind of a lot. Oh, it's 12:04. I didn't notice my stream time slot's over. I'm just out here checking on rares. Flying by. Ask my grandpa if he's ever heard of a Pokemon. He's on 90. He's 91. Might surprise you. It was one of those cultural things that I feel like got real mainstream mention. Let's do one more for good luck, and then we'll leave for the day. Last shot, last chance. Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Worth a try. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll do more, even more rare farming tomorrow, because I'm not going to start with Sulthuros Foray because I will have already done it. So that's me wrap for today. I appreciate the company. I did, as far as I know, put out a news video this morning on YouTube. So if you've been looking for those, there is a fresh one from this morning. Appreciate the company. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!